Hello, everybody. How are you? Oh, I can get rid of magic spoon. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Not important anymore. How are you all? It is the return of Taco Cat. Should I do this? Well, that's bad. The lighting in here is less than stellar, but that's fine. So yeah, this is What Remains of Edith Finch. And let me grab really quick here. If you guys know the story of What Remains of Edith Finch, this is a game that was published in 2017, and it centers around the character of Edith, who is a member of the Finch family, afflicted by a perceived curse that causes all but one member of each generation to die in unusual ways. So this should be interesting. Oh, and my cat is here. Hi, baby. Come here. Come say hi. It's Taco Cat and Cat. Okay, so let's do the thing. How are you guys doing today? How are we doing? We're gonna Taco Cat tonight. Oh. I have a broken arm. Okay. Oh, I actually have to move my mouse.
Going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
There's sound. Let me know if the volume is too much. Okay.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay. Why not? Why weren't we allowed in half the rooms? Hello, Bree. How are you?
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So Lewis, your brother, died. First playthrough, yes, I have never played. I've been told to.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Ooh, I like this. I like this style. Haha, there's my brother. Hello, brother.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Ooh, you're very sleepy. Well, you have been staying up late. Should we go down this way? Or was I supposed to go this way? Does it matter? Oh, God. Thank you for your sub. Thank you, thank you. I've never heard of that one.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
You hoof prints? Okay. Oh, it's a deer. I was like, oh God, we're seeing ghosts already.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought it would.
Oh God! Yorick, thank you for the gifted subs. And I kicked off the raid train at the same time. Thank you.
I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh man. Don't forget to clip this shit, because this makes for good clip-ins. It's my favorite to make the clip compilations after Halloween. Oh man. Whew.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Excuse me.
The house
No.
made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
I bet it did. What is this? Milton Finch missing. Okay. So these are all flyers for Milton Finch. This is pretty. So Milton and Lewis are
Now,
dead.
As a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Why are we afraid of the house? I've walking simmed before. I'm checking out every corner. I'm not nervous at all. Says the heart rate monitor over there. Potting mix. Okay, so there's been some gardening.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
No? Okay, hang on. Excuse you.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Ooh, okay. So how do I get in the house? Is it a key to the garage? Wind chimes. Oh god, that scared me. Oh my god, am I crawling in the dog flap?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I'm tense because I know that this is a creepy game. I don't know if it's as jump scary and horror-y as some of the other stuff we're gonna play later. Oh god. Actually, we have to do a sour skittle for my brother's sub. One for Yorick's. There's zombie skittles mixed in here. And one for no good. Oh god, they were all fine. Woo! I like to start our horror games out light and end with the big one. So Mortuary Assistant is going to be our scariest, I think, because it's another Amiga Games.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Oh, I got, I'm doing a skittle for every event that happens. They're sour and or zombies, so they might be rotten flesh and they might be ridiculously sour. What's up? Blood? Oh god. The hype train. Thank you everybody for the hype
was still a
train.
wreck from the night we left.
Oh god damn it.
The bomb had gone off,
Jesus.
killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Wisp! Why? Can we not? Can you be a good kitten? Why are you being so naughty tonight and scaring me? There, is that better? There you go. Oh, I shot him a lort? Oh god. Whack. Whack. I love you, James. Thank you. Okay. Oh, it's really sour. At least it's not the icky one.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal, There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Oh, it's really sour. Ooh.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
The house sank once? Oh yeah, you can get in some big trouble on Twitch for that too. Oh man, we need something like the pickle whiskey for Extra Life. Something gross. We should have a planning day soon. Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Of course, you never want to go into the basement of a creepy house. It's like things were unpacked.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
He's in the basement, clearly. Oh, what is this door? That's not creepy at all. Maybe we can get Malort. We gone over here yet? This is where we came in.
Instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
That's sad. Lots of tuna.
After Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got pretty sick of salmon.
Salmon,
Except
not
our
tuna.
cat, Molly.
A Viking's Belly. The Nordic Cookbook. The Holiday Feast. Witch's Kitchen. Flour, water, salt, and yeast. Weird recipes. Raw fowl. Pacific Pantry. Northwest Chef. I always like looking at little details like that to see if maybe there's hints. Tasting Time. Okay, so same books. Fanny Farmer during Cookbook. Oh my god, Fanny Farmer.
Only one restaurant would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot.
Chinese food. The Pleasures of Cooking Japanese Food. Cosmic Cuisine. Mr. Bell's Bakery. Okay. Look at, oh my gosh, there is so much salmon. Wow.
After Milton disappeared,
It's
Mom
Halloween
sealed up all
time.
the bedrooms.
Oh, so
Then
that must
Edie
be a bedroom.
retaliated and drilled peepholes.
That must be the bedroom why it's all locked up. It is all boarded. Look at that.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
There's a tree growing in there. And a hamster cage. Please tell me that the hamster didn't, like, die. Like, because they blocked the room off. That'd be sad and disappointing. Excuse me?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Yeah. Look at, there's like drag marks on the floor? What?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
It's Taco Cat.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
I don't want to go in there yet. There's other rooms. I'll come back. It's a power cord. Barbara's room.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh gosh. Atmospheric, yes. I love that they have ages on the doors. Like, why? Why would you do that? Oh god, it's an attic.
Mom
Do we
must
go
have
in the
locked
attic?
the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. It's like, please don't be too spooky.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
This is creepy. Oof.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah. And like birth and death years, like
My
He's
grandpa
only
Sam
11.
spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
wait. How did he spend 7 years with his dead brother? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hang on. Where does this go then?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
That must be Molly the cat.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This is really atmospheric.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
And it's in there dead. No, okay.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I mean, these rooms are preserved perfectly. So it's really creepy. That's a nice view.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
She has cat ears too. Okay, so there's gonna be something about the cat, you guys. Please don't be something sad.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
You're gonna eat your freaking gerbil?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Wait. Oh no, girl, sweetheart. You ate your gerbil's leftover food?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, I'm feeling nervous. As you might be able to tell with the heart rate being high. I think this estimates it a little higher than it actually is, but
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
that was cool. Don't eat your fish. Oh no, is the confetti not working again? God damn it. One of these days. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know why it's not. It's being dumb. I'm sorry. It's fine. Toilet.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh, I don't think you should be eating holly berries, my darling.
I kept eating and eating.
Why are you eating toothpaste? Why are you eating toothpaste and holly berries?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
And I grabbed the bird and I murdered it and I ate it.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Excuse me? I'm a cat?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Because you're a cat. Wait. Wait. They have a family cat. Is Molly the cat? Where's the bird? There it is. Did they? Oh, that's true. That's true.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Oh, please go say hi to her. I miss her so much. What is this? It's a little tree house. type area.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All
So
I
you're
cared about was eating that mama bird.
So they are aware that you turn into a cat sometimes? You're not supposed to climb the tree anymore, so... What?
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Okay.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
This is really interesting so
a
far.
mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay. Oh, I think you're a broken shark.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
This is really cool.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Trying to catch a seal. Fishing games are never my strong suit. You guys know this by now.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Poor seal. I feel bad for the seal. And the rabbit, and the bird, and the mama rabbit. There it is, it's down there.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Is it a am I a kraken? This is so interesting.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
I'm gonna eat this guy and I'm oh my god! What should we do with the drunken sailor? We're gonna eat him. Sorry, my guy. I didn't mean to kill you. Time to go eat the captain.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Oh no. Okay.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay. Ah, things coming out of the toilet. It's like my worst nightmare. No, no, sweetie, get back out. Yeah, there you go.
I got closer and closer.
What? To what?
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
What?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, that's right, you guys. Hype train means you guys get a discount on merch. So don't forget that. That actually reminds me, I should probably put the merch thingy on screen. There we go. Okay. Kitty? Hello? I heard the kitty. Or a kitty.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
I hear the kitty. I hear a kitty. Where's the kitty? Right there. I saw the kitty go.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
These are all There's a snake, a bird, a lizard, a bird, a bird. These are all dead pets?
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He's bringing the house with him?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Well, you brought the whole house with you.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
This is a really interesting way to tell the story.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Mysteries of death and thereafter. Tales from beyond. So this person is like really obsessed with death, mummification, monsters of the deep, onyx and crack. Interesting.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
So she was on oxygen.
When
Look
Edie
at that.
told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Killed by a dragon. I mean, built in 1937 by Sven. Dragon kills Finch. Schematics for the house.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house.
Excuse
My
me?
mom was furious.
Win a family day out at Druid World.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Quite the fluffy pink bathroom. Hey, look, a shower chair. I know people who have shower chairs.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
It's a lot of bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
What's with all the secrets in this house? Is that a freaking development room? What? This family is kind of creepy. Not gonna lie.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton was here too. We're gonna find Milton, aren't we?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
What a cool room.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
I'm controlling the swing. This is so fun.
Mom! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Okay. Am I supposed to swing super high and super fast? So I can't really do anything else.
I told him going around was impossible.
Oh, trying to go all the way around like every kid.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh no!
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
There's something really, really creepy about knowing what I'm doing.
The day
How
he
it's
made up his
impacting
mind
the
fly.
story.
And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I mean, that's traumatic. That's really traumatic. More secrets. More secrets. Okay, okay. What?
passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Another Milton sign. So we've seen 3 or 4 different Milton
Growing up,
signs.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Still a cake there.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So
Like you do.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Oh god, that spooked me.
In the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
Uh-oh.
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Uh-oh.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Of course it's the Halloween theme. Oh my gosh, I'm interacting in the comic. This is so cool.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Yeah, I found his crotch.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
There's a table saw from Dad.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Good God.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you
Sorry,
now is that
Frankie.
you're hurt and confused and
Yeah,
She threw him out.
ditch him.
But she kept
What a
little
jerk.
something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I do like that I'm interacting with the comic. This is really cool.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
This is so cool. He's gone!
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Trick-or-treaters.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
You were wonderful.
The monsters had come to surprise her. was a dream come true.
Wow.
And she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Oh my god. That's gruesome.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Is that a happy ending? It is? Is it?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I think I've been through every room now. Except the basement, maybe? But we know what the basement key does.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Buried in the library. Okay. Do I want to go into the basement? I don't feel like I do, but...
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
It looks like it was just left. How Sven left it.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
That scared me. Hi, Egg. There's the fridge.
I thought maybe
oh god.
she was hiding presents.
Is he still in here?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Yeah, throw up some taco cats in chat if you got them. What the crap?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Okay, so we've got like Doomsday
If
Pantry
there's a
going on
pattern in
down
all
here.
these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Walter lived in the basement for 30 years?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Same thing every day.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
The game design of this is really cool.
And then one day, everything just
How you doing, Egg?
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
It's having me
Or
do the
maybe I
twisting
just
on this.
got
It's kinda
tired of
cool.
being afraid.
The little ways that you interact with the story are really cool.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
Ooh, good luck with the event.
I'm done waiting.
Been waiting
I
for
have to
what?
leave. Well, I still can.
It goes even further down. This is so creepy. Yeah. Well, sending you good juju. I hope it goes well.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And
Is it the
Molly,
Mole Man? And Molly.
and Calvin.
Alvin.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
This game is really cool. I'm just gonna say it, okay?
Whatever's out there,
I hope you
I
guys
want
are
you to
enjoying
know
this, because this is
I'm
such
ready
an
for it.
interesting game.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one long day.
You're gonna get hit by a goddamn
I can
train, aren't
already
you?
imagine the sun on my face.
Yep. Oh, that's depressing. Oh, that is so sad. Oh.
Walter
That
died
is
when I was
so
6.
sad.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
It's so sad. Have you played this, Jane? Have you played this,
I'm
game,
sure my
Yorick?
mom was trying to protect me.
He painted a picture of the outside in the bunker. Or had a picture of the outside in the bunker. That is so... Oh, that's heart-wrenching. No, he did train for that. Clearly.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Excuse me?
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
There's a sound of something behind
Trying
me.
to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Why would you leave a train there? Oh my god. What's out there? What's on that island blinking?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
That's creepy. What am I looking for on the beach?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Are we? So we're still looking for Milton. Okay.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
There's still people on the tree that we haven't investigated yet, though.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Ugh. Right? Oh, we're going to the cemetery.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the
Droopy.
gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh no.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Barbara, Walter, Edie, and Sven. Calvin.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
The sinking house, yeah.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That's the house. Oh. Interesting.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
So that's the old house that we see out there. Okay.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
I'm like
There's so many things
enraptured.
I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I mean, that's seems legit.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
So Edith is pregnant. Interesting. God bless Merca.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both
Oh God, the
pretty
bear on the rug.
intense.
Woo! Or bear rug.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
You gotta come up a little bit higher, baby girl, if you're gonna cuddle. Yeah. Yeah. There you go, sweet. There you go. She's comforting me. Yeah, she's cuddly. She's snuggling a lot right now. Oh, no! Open them up! So that's the most annoying thing is I can't... Oh, I'm having a hard time, like... There we go.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
The ways you
It's gonna
interact with
rain
this
the
are
whole
so
weekend,
cool.
isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's this. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
This is so cool.
Let's see. Maybe.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
This is so cool, the way that you're interacting
Let me
with
get the
this.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
This game
Of
is
all these stories, that's the one I wish
heart-wrenching.
most that my mom had told me.
This game is heart-wrenching.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
The family portraits are just... Divorce contract. What?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
The way you interact with this game is just so flippin' cool. Because I'm controlling the frog now.
That's over, Gregory. It's time to...
Yeah, divorce papers in the crib. That's really weird.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin.
This is so cute.
Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. Sure made him happy.
I think I'm supposed to knock my name off the wall. The ducks are just swimming around. I'm supposed to get on the whale, okay. I'm not good at this. It's adorable though. Gregory does need some therapy, clearly.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
But
Maybe
for
if
what?
you hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Okay.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
The tub's gonna get turned back on and he's gonna drown.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
This game is tragic!
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. Like he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay.
So cryptic and... Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, no bed for Dawn. Gus.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
This is really cool, because I'm controlling the words here. I mean, not the words, the kite.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you
Hey.
husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh, there are words over here. Gosh, this is so cool.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
No Gib. Why'd you have to say that?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
There they are, the words.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. but all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Did you get impaled by the frickin' tent?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Keep in mind she's pregnant, okay? Just saying.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay. Climb back up.
Lewis was born a year later.
Okay, so we're up to Lewis now.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Little school. That looks like a bucket button. Lewis rules. Reading is a hoot.
But it didn't last.
Of course it didn't.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
This doesn't go anywhere. Can't get into Lewis's room. Here. I want to go into my stoner cousin's room. He's got a hookah.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Legalize marijuana. No. I didn't ask you to leave, my girl.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Sounds like that's just a thing your family does.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
I'm doing the fish thing. This is kind of, this is so cool. The way you're interacting
in our
with
sessions,
the game
I saw the same
so
behavior.
cool.
His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
So I'm controlling the
he started
fish
small.
and this story that's going on where the words are.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
This is so interesting. I feel like that's all I've been saying is you guys are, I'm just so immersed in this.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
He's gonna like cut his own damn hand off.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
It's getting more and more, the map is getting more consuming.
Then he made musicians.
The village folk dancing.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
The cat's back in my lap, if you didn't see her.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Mario, a nod to Mario there. This is really cool.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince.
If you can be gay, be gay. That's all I gotta say.
The prince was on his own quest for radiant rainbows.
This is so cool that I'm controlling this.
He followed the sound of his electric sitar.
Like you do.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
I wonder if the story changes if you go back and do it different times each time, or different path each time.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Look, like he's not in touch with reality at all anymore.
He knew the world was all in his imagination. he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
That's fair.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. Began to forget the world we know.
Yeah, this is just so freaking sad. So this game is more like immersive,
remember Lewis,
spooky, but not like scary.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh, okay.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Whew. Well, thank you for the hydrate. I definitely need to breathe. Oh.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. but I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
I won't breathe the water, don't worry.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
We haven't gone into Milton's room
But it
yet,
had
though.
to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
No. We have to go to Milton's room. Okay. Before I come here, because I think I'm the last person in the trail, we're gonna go to Milton's room. Because we never did. I skipped Milton's because I thought that might be the end of the story. Or we'll go back to it now. Nope, nope, nope. Girl. Girl. Back out. Because nobody knows what happened to Milton.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
There was a glowing dot over here. Here we go. All their rooms are really cool, okay? This is a very imaginative game. That's really, really pretty.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
He just disappears.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Did we miss Edie and Dawn? Did we miss Dawn's room somehow? Is she still on the...
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
This is the magic door. This is the painting. Okay.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
don't remember seeing anything for Dawn. Not that I have to 100% the game, but Dawn
Mom
and
definitely
Sanjay are
blamed
both on
Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So Mom's the one who got him at the job at the cannery, and he got the job at the cannery to cope with losing Milton. No. Boo. Our next game is far spookier. Don't Knock Twice is much more. It's another walking sim, but it's much more jump scary. Okay, have I passed it? Because if I've passed it, I kind of want to go back and figure it out. I don't know if that's possible at this point, though. Hi, Marble.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
She left a present for us in
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Curse.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Oh God, we put her into a freaking nursing home? Also, I love the hand warmers.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Walking through the memories is so
It was
cool.
the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Ah, I wanted to go see the old house. Yes!
Earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
I wanted to be able to go out
God,
and see
it
the old
smelled
house.
awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh god, hi Marble.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
The deer, like, with Dawn killed.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
This is so cool.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never
Mom's
saw
a
Great
jerk.
Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that,
This is so
we moved around
tragic.
a lot.
It's so tragic.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh, I forgot Dawn is our mom.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Are we
I just
being
wanna
birthed
meet
right
you.
now?
And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now,
She dies in childbirth.
things didn't work out that way.
Pretty sure that's a badge.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow, what a cool story. That was a cool freaking story. Oh, the way it was told was so fun. How you interacted with each of the memories. Oh, very cool. What'd you guys think? So more atmospheric, creepy, psychological creepy than our normal horror stuff, but wow. What a cool story. We still don't know what happened to Milton. We don't know if Milton's actually alive or not. We never found out. He just left. Right? This was really cool. Oh, there's a lot of achievements coming up at the end here. For like watching the credits and stuff, I'm sure. Guston. Little toys from Gregory's bathtub. All these little nods are really cool. Put my lid back on my cauldron. My spooky cauldron full of spicy candies. All these little nods to the stuff that you looked at in the game. The coolest part, I think, was going through the comic book for Barbara's story. Like, actually like, interacting in the comic book. That was really, really, really cool. I always watch the credits because sometimes there's stuff at the end. Oh, and there's the where she oh Char. All the canned food that Walt ate. Just the entire concept that Walt lived under that house for 30 years. Only to like walk out and get hit by a train. Like, oh, bro. I love all the little kid pictures too. Going through the credits that way, that's really neat. What a cool game. I'm glad we started a little light. What a cool game. So thank you guys so much. I really look forward to playing with you guys next week on Thursday. Monday we're gonna craft. We're gonna keep working on our Beacon Pines Stitch. Friendos, I strongly encourage that you check out the Beacon Pines playthroughs I put up on YouTube. If you plan to play, don't. If you don't plan to play, watch the videos because that is another chef's kiss beauty of a game. And yeah, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me. You guys, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, make good choices, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.